if you have noticed that Adrian Boitan is not on the Baylor men's tennis roster, it's because he turned pro. Yes, you heard me correct. He did turn pro. I found that out a few weeks ago via his teammates, which I overheard them telling somebody, a fellow fan, about this. I'm a little surprised because I thought he would want to come back, but I understand because he's in the top 600 in the world, first of all. And what else could he do besides maybe win a national championship? He's already a two-time singles All-American. He in his career 60 wins, 16 losses, including 51 and 11 in dual matches, which also includes like 73 in the Big 12. So he's done pretty good, and he's been like an instant guy since it was his true freshman season in 2019 as a January freshman. He was sick at first, but he stepped up big time down the stretch. He started at 5 singles, he went up to 3, and he's the one that clinched the Big 12 tournament championship against Texas, the eventual national champion that year in 2019. He also clinched the Big 12 championship in 2021 against Texas at number 1. He eventually became the number 1 singles in the lineup. Eventually. So he's done pretty well for himself. And he didn't hardly lose last year. In doubles, he was 25 and 13 in dual matches and overall. So, that's... He wasn't really a doubles guy, but he did have a big serve. And his forehand, you don't want to mess with. It's a lot of power. He's a very solid player. I mean, he has a good serve and has a good backhand. He even worked on his drop shot even too. So where does this leave for Baylor men's tennis need to figure out from here? Who is their top half of the lineup now? Because I honestly have no idea. It could be Tadeusz Perulik for all I know. And he's preseason number 36 at singles. I mean, like, right now, in the fall. And he wasn't even listed on that, which Adrian wasn't, they probably knew he turned pro. So, it could even be Jambor Velets from Hungary. It could be Martin Braysock from France. Those two are like the top 10 newcomers in Division 1 men's tennis in the fall right now. I know Luke Conan is not enrolled yet at Baylor, though I thought he's listed on the roster. It's just he's not enrolled, which I think he's coming in the spring then, I would assume. And he could be the one. Van Bass could even be number 1 because he played at number 4. And I know Juan Pablo Grassi Mazzucci is... I know he was number 6, but he's been in the top 3 before at UCF prior to Baylor last year. I know he has. So, he could be the one, which, there's a lot of questions now. Hopefully, with this news now, they'll figure out what to do at 1. And they might have somebody coming up. And I know Juan Pablo Grassi Mazzucci is ranked let me go check. Okay, Finn is ranked at 100. Juan Pablo is 108. So that's still pretty good. I mean, pretty good to be in the 125, which I would assume those freshmen. I think those two newcomers that listed would be obviously an option to be at 1. For all I know, they could bring in another recruit in the spring besides Luke Conan enrolling. They could bring in somebody. Or they could just say, this is what we have. Let's deal with it. We'll find out in the fall in the tournaments on the answers at 1 through 3. I definitely know 2 through 4 has to be improved. It has to improve in singles. From last year to this year, as well as be more consistent in doubles. Which there is a ranked preseason ranked in the fall in doubles right now. Finn Bassett, Juan Pablo Grassi Mizuchi at number 14. And I'm pretty sure nobody else is on there. Yep. Jambor is number 7 in the preseason newcomer, and Martin Braysock as well. So I think they're going to be, those two freshmen are going to really push. I think it's going to push each other and see who is the option at number 1. Besides Finn Bass and Tadias. And Tadias had a great summer when he was playing too. So, there's options. We just got to figure out which one. And there's a lot of time between now and the spring to figure out who's the number 1. Or in the top 3. Because there's quality options. I mean, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later. There's going to be 400 subscribers more by the end of this year.